Well, hello. Welcome to Lesson 3, Week 3 of our study in Christian ethics, the Intro to. And this week we're going to talk about character, integrity, and respect. If you know me, you've heard me say this more than likely. And if you don't, and we're around each other for any amount of time, you'll hear me say this. When I die, there are only two things on which I'm going to be able to stand. The first is my relationship with God through Jesus Christ, and the second is my integrity. And I work very, very hard to guard both of those. When it comes to integrity, that says everything. Do you not merely walk the walk or talk the walk, but do you walk the walk? Are you serious about who you are? Are you inside who you think you are? On your inside, on your head, does your character come from that center of integrity? And do people respect you? Do you respect yourself? That's what we're going to be looking at this week. Now, I want to tell you here's a value point to watching this week's video. I've posted an additional reading. It's not in your syllabus, but if you'll look under the readings for this week, you're going to find an additional reading. It's excerpts from John Maxwell's Ethics 101. As you know, we're taking and using part of that for our devotional writings. And these are just some really good pieces, some very informative pieces I want you to consider, and I want you to integrate into your reflection question responses today. We're also going to be reading from The Cheating Culture. This is a book that's being used at Mizzou in their public administration classes, particularly their upper level classes. And again, you'll see, I know when you saw that syllabus and the reading list, you thought, oh my gosh, what a lot of reading, right? We're only taking excerpts out of this book as well. But those excerpts, the ones that we've chosen, are very, very important to us. And I want us to look seriously. I want us to be serious. I'm going to remind us that these forums, these are as private as can be within a forum. The questions that we give or the answers that we give are to remain somewhat confidential. You've been sharing a lot of different pieces, and you do that with integrity. You are doing that with an honesty that's deep down. None of this is to ever be used against anybody or anything. I remember when I was in seminary, went to a United Methodist seminary with a lot of other non-United Methodist kind of folks. But the saying always was, be careful what you share, because your classmate or your classmates may one day be your district superintendent, maybe somebody who has sway over you. A lot of times ministers won't come and speak with their regional minister, their area minister, because they know that we have to give them references for search and call for their ministerial profile, and goodness forbid that they might really know you. I tell the pastors who've been in my care, my purview, my mentoring over the years, something that Dick Ham, the former general minister and president of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ, was known to say when he was a regional minister in Tennessee. He would say, come and tell me anything. I don't care what it is, and we will walk through it together. As long as you're willing to walk, we will walk through it together. Doesn't mean you're not going to get into trouble. Doesn't mean that everything is going to be wonderful, but we'll walk through it together. But God help you if you don't tell me and I find out about it. And that's really where I am with our pastors. How can I help us to grow? How can I help you to grow? And I say that because all along there have been people who have helped me and who help me to grow, who can speak truth into my life, who call me on my stuff, who call me when my character is not manifesting what I'd like my integrity to be manifesting, when my character is telling the truth about where my integrity is at any given moment, who'll tell me the truth when they don't feel like I'm respecting them, whom I can tell the truth when I am not feeling like they're respecting me. Now, I've just gotten in trouble because I'm talking about feeling, right? And a lot of us move from that feeling place. Integrity and character are much more than mere feeling. But you're going to be working on that this week. Please be honest in your questions. If you feel like there are things in there that you can't share, I know some of you did that in your biographies or your introductions of yourselves at the beginning of this course, that you put some really interesting pieces out there, but you said, you know, without detail. Not something I'm ready to share at the moment, or I'm going to share in these moments, or maybe at any time, and that's okay. So you may have to say, you know, these are some pieces I'm working on, and maybe you don't want to say that to your classmates. Maybe you don't want to say that to me, your professor, your instructor, but you've got to have someone that you can be able to say that to, somebody who's safe, somebody who's not a family member, somebody who is not in your congregation, somebody. Anyways, I am really looking forward to seeing your responses, to hearing about how you wrestle, not merely in this class, but as you grow over the coming years. And it doesn't matter how old we are always growing. At least I hope that we are. In particular, I want you to think about blaming and where you fall into blaming, where you fall into being blamed, what that's about. I always say, again, if you find yourself playing the blame game, you need to find out why that is. Everything is not always everybody's fault, and that's part of taking responsibility. So look at this. Do remember, please, that your first writing assignment is due this Friday. Check that syllabus. Check the time. I'm absolutely serious about grade deductions. I hate to do it, but this is an ethics course, and it is about following along with everything from the timeliness of your posts, from the timeliness of the ways that you interact with other posts. The reasons that we have to post on time is so that everyone else in the class has an opportunity to interact in a timely way. The reason that we interact in a timely way is so everybody has a chance then to further interact with our interactions. Because let's be real, how many of you went back to lesson 1 after we covered lesson 1 to see what had been answered and what had not? I know I don't have a tendency to do that. Caught myself in that even just today while I'm taping this. So we've got to stay on top. I'm going to go back. I'm going to check lessons from behind, if you will. But the grading, my grading of each week's lessons end there on that Friday night. So anything you post on Saturday or Sunday of the week prior, it's not getting considered within the week's grading system. All right, enough said. I'm enjoying reading your posts. I believe I've already said that. I'm enjoying reading your responses, your interactions. I'm enjoying getting to be with you, even if it's only through this forum. And please know that each of you is in my prayers, that you continue to be so. And I really am enjoying, again, this opportunity and this privilege. I hope that you have a great week. Thank you.